Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. I have project share for you guys and I have used 9 different sets from the Kscraft June release and I have been using the travel sequin plates, gives you 4 different designs. I did use the suitcase set with 2 different sizes. Then here is a luggage tag with 3 different sizes. Then I have used the seaweed bundle. Then the beach ball set gives you 2 different sizes. And then sand pail shaker set. I have also used the summer hats. It gives you 2 different styles of hats in 3 different sizes. And then I have used this flower plate. It's called the Spiky flower. Then I have also used the sand castle memory decks card set. Now, before I go ahead and show you guys what I made, I want to point out that this sandcastle memory decks, I am in love. I think I can use this set for so many different themes. And if you guys are joining a group swap such as Disney, Everything Disney by Diane's Design, I think if you use this and turn it into a Disney theme castle, I think that would be magnificent. So, let's move these dies to the side and show you the sequin plates. Those cut out really adorable sized little sequin bits. So I have cut out travel suitcase, as you can see. And then I have also cut out some sunglasses. And I just used foam at the back with the pattern paper. And then I also got to use white foam with the vellum with the gold foil print on it. So I have a bag of this. Then for the beach slippers, I cut them into champagne gold with the foam at the back. I also did use the iridescent paper against the blue foam. Then I used the Simple Stories double-sided pattern paper as well. This is the popsicle sticks. So I cut them in various colors and pinks, glittery purple foam. Then I also use iridescent paper against the blue for the blue paddle pop. Then I have some yellow iridescent paddle pop as well. And so I have these bags ready for me to use as just like enamel dots or to use for my future sequin mixes. And then for my seaweed bundle, oh my gosh, you guys. I told you this is going to be one of my favorite die set, and it is really, really true. It cuts so nicely, and I got to cut them out in various shades. So some of them I used the iridescent thin paper with the foam at the back to give it the nice dimension and that iridescent ocean magic shine. So there are many different designs. Look at that. I just love these so much. You also get designs like this. I cut them in glitter purple foam, then glitter cardstock as well. I also have this one that almost looks like a mermaid scale. So I cut in that as well. I also cut it in this purple shade also. Then I had this Maggie Holmes parasol pattern paper that had all of these wavy look of the lilac paper. And I used that as well. And you guys, look at all of this. It is just so beautiful. You can use it by itself. You can use it with the foam backing. You can use it to double layer also. For example, if you slightly offset it like this and use it, and then imagine having clusters of it. So pretty. So I have a box load for my future projects as well. And of course, I have been using them. Then let me show you what I did with the suitcase. So this is the small size suitcase. Now this does come with teeny tiny bits. So to make it easy for you, you can use some double-sided tape behind a cardstock and then cut it. Then it gives you instant sticker pieces to just simply quickly put it on your pattern paper. So this is what it looks like. So this is the small size and I have a bigger size to show you as well. So I'm going to show you where I got to put these on the luggage tag soon. I also cut out those summer hats, right? So this is the largest size. I did use a foam for this top part of the hat, and then I used the glitter cardstock for this detail trim part of the hat. And it gives you stitch detail, which is so pretty. I have these ones. This is the medium size. This one I double layered the trim here. And this one I just used the foil cardstock. So pretty. And you can decorate these further, of course, but I have left these as is. So I can use these to layer with other embellishments that I'll be making. Then you also get in this type. So this is the largest, this is the smallest, and this is the medium size. And I did use a foam for the middle part of it. You can choose to use the foam or not, and I only did a single layer of the foam. But if you wanted these to be extra dimensional, you can double layer or even triple layer the middle part. So this one, I just used the pattern paper for the middle part here, which looks like this, right? But this one here, I added foam underneath this and then glued on the stitch detail part at the top. Whereas this one, I did use the stitch detail with the foam on top of this. That's how I did it. And I love these pattern papers. I did use Obed Marshall Especial collection for this, which I bought off a D-Stash sale. So I have these ready for me to use, and here's another floral one. I got to use some of those summer hats, and you will get to see them all soon. I'm going to show you the beach ball. So the beach ball, you can do it in two ways. So this is the large size beach ball. You can turn it into a shaker by using the foam. I double layered my thin foam because it's really hard for me to find a really thick foam here in Australia. So I double layer them and put it through the die cutting machine, and it gives me this nice thickness with a nice finishing touch. And so to make a shaker, you will be using this top layer part and use the foam to cut the top layer part as well. Then for the acetate, you would be using the base circular piece for the acetate to glue on top of your foam. I filled it with these fun seed beads and some sequin mixes. And then this one is where I double layered the stitched detail layering piece. So instead of just using the plain color, underneath it I put the glitter cardstock as well. And I love these very much. Now there is a smaller size which I'm going to show you where I have put that. So let's put this aside and show you what I did with my shaker ones. So this shaker ball, I used the sand bucket and the pail. So this is the small size sand bucket and the pail. And because the pail handle gives me that hole, I thought how fun would it be to add these tassel and the drink enamel charm to it. So it dangles. Then I used some puffy stickers to decorate my sand bucket. And this is the large size shaker beach ball that I layered the bucket onto. Then this is the small size shaker beach ball I made. And I love this cardstock that I use. It's kind of like pearlescent sky blue. I got to use lots of my beautiful seashell charms that I've had in my collection. And I dangled it there. And I used some Rosie Studio puffy stickers here. I normally wouldn't use a seagull, but for this theme, it's a perfect puffy sticker to add, I thought. And it says, let's have fun. Then this is another bucket where I used 2 different charms at the top here. I used the seashell one with the pearl. Then I added the pearl star, like a starfish. And then for the border, I used the champagne gold glitter cardstock for the border. But what I did different for my bucket is that I cut the base with the pattern paper. But on top of the pattern paper, I also cut out another vellum sheet, as you can see. And I thought that was a really nice look, instead of turning the bucket into a shaker. Then I added one of the large hat here. And it says this moment. And this is where I added the spiky flower that's all been layered up. So pretty. So I have this one. Then, because I cut out so many of the seaweed bundle, this is the bucket with the seaweed. Because you know, when you're collecting things on the beach, you get to collect the seashells, you get to collect some seaweed bits as well that gets washed off onto the sand. And here is my round summer hat that I added to the bucket as well. Because when you're collecting things and walking on the beach, you will be wearing one of these hats. And I also added this spiky flower because that spiky flower also reminds me of the ocean starfish. And I also glued on 2 different starfish enamel charms. And I think it's just so fun to do that. So imagine going through your charm container, finding all of those ocean theme items to dangle and to glue onto your pail and stuff. It has just been so fun for me. And this one says, oh so happy. Then I have a pinky one, of course. So this is so pretty, you guys. So I have added a pink pearlescent fishtail charm as well as the seashell here at the top. Then this is the iridescent flatback resin piece that I got off BB Craft long time ago. Same with this one here. I just glued it onto this bit here as if I had just collected it off the sand. And this is my beautiful spiky flower. And for the flower center, I also used this lovely centerpiece, also one I got from BB Craft. Then I added the Nouveau drop in the middle, and that color is this one here. It's called the Crystal Drop Carnation Pink. I love using those. And this is where I got to layer 3 different styles of the seaweed. Isn't that beautiful? I just love this so much. So I can gift these as is, or I can add it to like mini album covers or use it for packaging or part of a bag topper. It doesn't matter how you use it as long as you feel joyful using them, right? So I have those. Let me just quickly show you all of these together. So pretty. I just love these. Now I am going to show you my spiky flowers I got to make. Now, if you look at this plate, you also get this bit here. So you can roll this up and use it as a centerpiece for your flower. And I did do that for 2 of those, and they look like this. To make this, I just used the various sizes that it gave me, and I layered it in different directions to give me this circular flower shape. And then for the middle part, after you roll it, I added the glue to the bottom, right? Then I just pushed down the bits like this to create this look. Now, you don't have to do it like that, but if you like the look of that, you can do that. I also will show you the ones I made with the... So these ones here, I used several different sizes to layer, but then I used I alternated the directions so it's more circular style. And I love the idea of the pattern paper and the foam. It gives it a really nice dimension. Then I have this one here, and this one here is made with foam, but what I did was I used 1, 2, 3 different sizes, and then I put them right on top of each other to give me this look. Then for my flower centerpiece, I did use one of these. And these ones, when you buy them, I got this from AliExpress, they can be like really dimensional like this. So what you do is you can just push it down like this. And then it makes it more flat for you to add your little gem stickers in the middle. Or any kind of flat backs. So let me show you the ones that I did in different color variations. So pretty, right? I just love these so much. And then I have, I'll show you more of the bigger size ones. See, I used the pearlescent white, and this one is pearlescent gray because I'm thinking of all the ocean colors and stuff. And then I have this one here, which is pink. And this one I combined the pearlescent colors of the white and the gray and the pastel pink. Then I used the silver one of those. I have a silver one as well that Mary gave me, and I used that in here as well as my iridescent flower centerpiece, which is also from AliExpress. I love those. Then I have these ones here. Then I have these ones here. So this is the combo of the pearlescent white and the pink. Then I have these ones here. And of course, I have been using some of these flowers, so you will get to see them. Let me show you what I did with my luggage tags. So this is the largest size, you guys. So this time I used the pink ball chain for my luggage tag, and to make the luggage tag there are 2 pieces that comes with each size. So one is like this and one where it cuts out like this, cuts a little window. And then inside this one, so with this piece here, I didn't glue the bottom, so you can actually take this cut out. If the recipient can actually take this cut out and use it for something else if they wanted to. Or I can take this out and write a little note for the future recipient and put it in here like this. So I also think this would be a really good way to make a ATC card, I'm thinking. You could hide all your postal details in here. So I did add 2 different charms of a boarding pass and a star. I used the 2 different sizes of the suitcase here. And for me to layer these suitcases onto this flip open part, you just have to make sure not to fully glue it all down. So you have to kind of like see where I should put the glue and then add the glue just to this part here so that you can easily open this and close it. And I used some Obed Marshall puffy stickers, and this word sentiment is from Rosie Studio. So I made that one. Then I have another one where I did it differently. So instead of using the 2 styles of the plates, I used the back part of it twice. I used it to cut that into 2 pieces of vellum, and then I added this journaling card from Maggie Holmes. It used to say hello lovely something, and then I just covered that lovely part and made sure that to still show the hello part. And then I added these chipboard with the small size suitcase. So I used the suitcase here and I added foam tape to raise it up to balance it all with the chipboard pieces that I'm using. So without this one doesn't have the opening window part, but I stitched on these so that I can gift some sequin mixes in here. Then I have another one here where I used the larger size suitcase, and then I layered some Maggie Holmes round trip chipboard pieces with this Rosie Studio summer piece, and then it opens up like this and it says, be happy, be bright, be you, because stay positive, great things are coming your way. And this one I used the Maggie Holmes Market Square pattern paper for the backing, but I made sure to use this cut apart piece and sandwiched it between the front and the back, so that when you open it up, you get a nice positive message. Then I did 2 more in vellum. So I stitched 3 sides, filled it with sequin. And the sequin I filled with this one is the ones I used to cut out the travel suitcase and the slippers in this one. So I added the travel suitcase and slippers and some butterfly sequins and flower sequins of pink and the gold and the greens in here. And this is where I got to collaborate the pail, and then the sand bucket, and then the beach ball. This is the small size beach ball and small size bucket. I added the little tiny whale charm as well as the starfish, and I love the foil of the rainbow touch. And this is my love of curly ribbon from TK Maxx Australia. Then this one here is where I got to use another suitcase piece that I cut out. And then I added some chipboard piece from Round Trip, as well as some Simple Story suitcase ephemera, and then this puffy sticker with the fresh drink. So I have those. Then I have this one here, which is the medium size. Now this medium size opens up like this to reveal the popsicles of the sequin bits that I cut out. And then I included some of these glittery bits. And then in the background, it says love. So it means love popsicles, love pink. And then it says love you. I was thinking I love you ice cream when I was making this, because ice cream is one of my favorite desserts. Then I'll show you more of the medium size ones I made. So these ones are not decorated because I want to keep some plain so that I can use it for whatever theme I'm going with in the future. So this one I used this lovely pattern paper from the Maggie Holmes Round Trip, and then I just glued the front and back together. This one I used the 4x6 journaling card to do this. Then I have some small ones that I also cut out to show you the smallest size. So pretty. And this one is like a little peekaboo window, because if you open it up, you get to see this adorable bear character. And then this one here is like this, and this one here is like this. So you can write little secret message in there. And this one is where I used the vellum and I added this lovely starry tool. And then I just turned it into a pocket like that. And this is another large size. So those are my luggage tags. Then you guys, I am so in love with this memory decks card that I made, you guys. Look at this. I love this so much. Originally, I was going to make the actual sand castle that you build on the beach, at the beach, but I decided to turn it into under the ocean castle. And this is actually a home of a beautiful mermaid. So this is her mermaid magical wand. Can you see the charm I added there? I also had one of this enamel charm, enamel flatback piece of the mermaid tail. Then I added some iridescent seashell bits and some pearl flatbacks. Then I also had this mermaid scale flatback, and I used several different kinds of bubble looking pieces. Then I also added this iridescent seahorse that's hiding behind the seaweed bundle that I used. And then you can see like little bits of bubbles here and there in different colors. It is just magnificent. And then you see these bits here? You also get all of these layering pieces included in this set. So pretty, right? I am so in love with this. So in love. I did sandwich, so this tower piece here, it's quite tall, so it goes from this bit to up here. And what I did to safely secure that is I cut out 2 of the main memory decks card. So I sandwiched the tower between the front and the back piece. And here I have double layered my seaweed bundle using 2 different purpley colors, and this is my pearlescent pinky one I used. And here is another pearlescent pinky one, and this one is the double layered seaweed pieces. I used some pearlescent pearl tiny bits of the stickers that I've got as well, and I used some champagne gold glitter cardstock. I double die cut all of these pieces so you can see the champagne gold, little bit of champagne gold showing. So I cut 1 in pattern paper, 1 in champagne gold, 1 in pattern paper, 1 in champagne gold to layer all of my pieces to give you this really sturdy memory decks card. I am so in love with this. So I can write my details at the back and give it out in the future if I wanted to. But I am so in love with the magic I got to create. I am so happy that I got to use all of these little tiny embellishment pieces. Thank you so much for being here, everybody listening to me. And I hope you got to grab some of these. And if you haven't grabbed any of these sets yet, I hope I have inspired you. And I have put all the links down in my description area, so you guys can quickly go find them if you would like to purchase them. Thank you so much for being here, everybody, and I look forward to sharing with you some of my more other items that I will be using with the Kscraft June release. Thank you so much, everybody. Bye for now.